Hello and welcome to another episode or installment of the Bracken Outdoors podcast or YouTube channel, depending on where you're watching and listening, of course. So today I've been thinking a lot about looking after yourself during the forest school sessions during the year. I mean, I've talked a lot about preventing burnout, dealing with it and so on. And one of the things I really want to talk about today is not being hard on yourself if you're not feeling it. So as outdoor leaders, we tend to be pretty much on the go. There's always go time during a session. When there's a session on, it's full on. You are there getting stuff done. And there aren't a lot of natural breaks and pauses. Most other jobs you have ebb and flow. Even working retail, you'd have a really busy period, and then you'd just have a quiet one and then a busy one, and there would be times where you could kind of stop and chat to a colleague, times you can just rearrange things on the shelves, and you kind of have that break. But working in education and working directly with people means that there's always more you can do. There's always people that you can look after, people you can talk to, and there's always things that need doing. Hot water needs refilling, things need tidying, children need prompting, there's observations to do. There's so much to do all the time, and if you have forest school sessions 5 days a week, that's a lot. I mean, I only do 3 to 4 days, because I have a very much lower social battery, and I like to have a bit more time to think and plan and work out what I'm going to do and recover from a previous session. So I break it up even more, but even then, it's a pretty full-on day whenever I'm delivering sessions. There's a lot going on, and because you're delivering all the time, I mean, I deliver straight throughout the year. I give myself maybe 2 proper breaks a year, and if I'm not on those 2 breaks, I'm either delivering sessions or on a course or at an event or a festival or whatever, and working away. So that means that there are going to be times where you really don't feel it, where I really I'm tired. It's been a long couple of weeks. Sometimes it's been 2-3 weeks without a break, and I'm trying to avoid that happening as much as possible this year. But sometimes you just have to work through it. There's periods of time in any job where you just have to knuckle down and go and do. And sometimes it's really hard. I mean, last week, you can probably guess from the last week's episode and last week's video, is I've been recovering from what has been a pretty frustrating cold, because it's not been bad symptom-wise, apart from a real drain on energy, like low energy, and I feel it when I'm low energy. It makes everything more difficult. It makes the social aspect more difficult. It makes all of the stuff that I can usually take for granted, being able to lug boxes of kit up and down the hills, it's really easy when I'm at 100%, but when I'm at like 40%, it's tricky. That hill gets even longer, and stop and take breaks, and everything takes longer, and you're just at a lower ebb. And what I'm learning is to give myself a bit of a pass on those days, because I'm delivering sessions week in, week out. It doesn't mean that I compromise the quality of the sessions. It might just mean that we take a little bit more of an easy time of it. Say, if you're feeling particularly tired, just go with a kind of quieter session. Go more relaxed, go more in tune, and think more about being in the moment. Just okay, instead of doing a let's build fortresses day, maybe you just go do making dream catchers or something. Sit down with a bit of string, kind of get the children to work in with that energy and just bring the energy levels right down to where you're at. That doesn't mean reining in the ones that want to go and play and do, but the children that want to work with you, just bring that energy down and just take it a little bit easier. Like last week, and I had a couple of things planned in the afternoon, but I just really was tired, and then when there was a prompt, hey, I'd like to look for some animals or something, I was like, okay, cool, we'll go and do a walk instead. We'll just go for a wander, we'll see what we can find, we'll have an explore. We don't often do that, and it's a chance, an opportunity to go and see another part of Worley Woods here and explore. And it was a nice change of pace, and it was reinvigorating when I was really struggled to kind of keep things on the path, to keep motivated, to keep on bringing out activities and doing things. Instead, it was just like, okay, let's just see what we can find. Let's just relax. Let's drop the planning down a notch. Let's drop the energy down a notch, and let's just find some really interesting and valuable things from. And we did. We found oak galls. We found interesting mushrooms. We found some fatwood, we looked at some tree ID, we just had a good time. We explored a whole lot, and we found a whole big patch of raspberries, which was fantastic, and that was good, and the children enjoyed that, and the parents, and it was still quality time, it was still a quality session. And it's just, sometimes just give yourself a little bit of a break, give yourself a little bit of a pass, just to take things down a notch and recover properly, so you can come back in next week with that energy again, and you can be that amazing leader for everyone. So there we go, that's quick and simple thought. I hope you found this valuable, and I hope you're going to look after yourselves in the coming months, because the sun is finally shining. It finally feels like July properly. So it's a chance to get out and actually appreciate being an outdoor leader, because we've had some tough weeks and months this year with rain and wind and everything. So you've earned it. So go out and spend some time out in the sun. You deserve it. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Remember to make the most of every day, and I'll see you all next time.